Hi, I'm Terry Kolath. I'm here today with Russell Cray of Oakmont. He not only has been a moving force in our computer college at Shell Point, but if you are signed up for his Coffee with a Neighbor, you're going to love what this man knows how to do with PowerPoint. Thanks for joining me, Russ.
Pura vida.
Now, let's start with your shirt. You went to Costa Rica. What's the story on the shirt?
Well, it's just a shirt, and it shows you a little bit of some of the activities that take place in Costa Rica. Of course, a lot of vacation things, but then the Pura Vida is down at the bottom, and that literally means pure life. But actually, to the Costa Ricans, it means a lot more than that. It's a way of life, actually. It's a feeling of well-being, and it's a little laid back.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Like, don't take everything so seriously, and enjoy what you have. How nice. Did you feel that when you were there?
No, we were too busy.
Too busy taking it all in, right?
Yeah, well, Ising's had a very, very full tour for us, so we saw a lot, but got real tired.
Well, I love the description you wrote. The microclimates is so, I'm so curious about that. All the variety right in one island, depending on elevation, rainfall, and topography.
Yeah, well, actually, we went from sea level all the way up to a mile high, approximately, and then we actually went on in the rainforest at Montevideo, and there we had a lot of rain, so you had a lot of vegetation, tall trees, but also mountains, and so we'll be taking a walk across the hanging bridges over the treetops.
You didn't do that, did you?
Oh, yes. Hang on.
Was it scary?
It was a little, no, not really. Well, some people didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked it. But you can see everything so differently up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Nice city, nice country.
That is amazing. Okay, it's this is also curious. I mean, when I read this, I knew that what you were thinking, Mr. Technology, but one of the most advanced Central American countries, and it's the largest percentage in the world of national parks and land areas. But the one thing that was so interesting is their one product is technology.
This is really surprising, and you see here this little coffee cart, which is sort of harks back to the agricultural beginnings of the Puerto Rico. They started off with bananas and coffee, and so the coffee had to be taken to the railroad some distance, and they used the ox carts to transport the coffee. And but they also had a lot of bananas. But recently, then, it's gone really great technology. They have, you go down there, it's Dell, Hewlett-Packard, IBM, and that is their major industry right now, even greater than tourists.
Is it greater than coffee, or is coffee still a big industry?
Coffee they say Costa Rica has the best coffee in the world, but they're no longer by the biggest producers are, of course, Colombia is the biggest. So, but they still claim to be the best, and I will tell you, my great regret of the trip is that I didn't take back 5 pounds of coffee.
That was good, huh?
It was so good.
Oh my goodness. Do you still see things like this, Russ? Do you still see these traditional?
No, this is only in the museums.
Yeah.
But,
so it's even high tech. I mean, it's very modern, as you.
Yeah, well, we were on a beautiful tour bus, but you see almost all of the agriculture work, the coffee plantations and everything, almost all the work is done by hand yet.
Is it?
I only saw maybe 3 tractors the whole time we saw. Lots and lots of coffee plantations.
And people working by hand. Interesting, interesting. And you wrote A Bumpy Road to Montevideo, and you see children of a small rural school performing.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the trip is Derek, our guide from Ising's, said he saw a bumper sticker. He said, "I survived the trip to Montevideo."
That bumpy, huh?
It's that bumpy, and I actually have a little video of that bumpiness.
Oh my God!
And so it was, and talk about climate change. when we got there, we spent the night at a hotel. We almost froze to death. It was so cold. Of course, this is very high, and it was windy, and it was. They don't have air conditioning. No, they do. They have heating.
Interesting. So wherever you are, that's what you feel.
The climate. So it was interesting, and but we went from the hotel, and by the time we got to the rainforest, which is only a couple, 4 or 5 miles, we were taking our jackets off.
Interesting.
So, and then from there, another day, we went to this small country school. Well, yeah, small school, and it was amazing. It was for me, it was a high point of the trip. Seeing the children, and of course, I have to say that Eric really reacted to it because he's a native from Costa Rica, and he could see himself back then, and so he really got to him. And also, I felt it because I went to a country school, one-room school for 7 years.
Did you really?
So this is sort of like, I think, boy, look at those kids. What they got ahead of them? Who knows?
Who knows? But they showed you a traditional dance too.
Oh yeah, and I have a video of that too.
Oh, fun, good.
And they are so cute, so cute. And we got off the bus and we were escorted one by one to the school by each of the students. So it was quite an experience.
Whoa, this sounds like a little bit of everything. So amazing. And we are going to enjoy it with your slides and probably a little bit more technology that's going to surprise us.
Let's just say we'll have a nice show.
Sure we will. Well, I hope that you have been able to sign up for this first Coffee with a Neighbor, Costa Rica, Pura Vida, with Russell Cray of Oakmont. See you there.